They say the Resolute Mare was just a supply ship, nothing glorious. No flags raised for war, just timber, cargo, and a dozen bored men crossing the Atlantic. But if you browse the right shelf in the right kind of museum, you'll still find the name, a torn manifest, a crude drawing, a whisper in the margins of a lost journal. The last log was dated July 3rd, 1621. Course returning east from the New World, loaded with letters, dry goods, salt pork, and worn-out boots. Routine. The ship never reached port. No wreckage, no distress signal, no bodies, but the story survived anyway. They say it came from the mouth of a man named Edmund, low-born labourer, below-deck hand, not important enough to be believed. He wasn't alone. 2 others would back the story, though their names change depending on who tells it. But it was always Edmund who gave the account, and it was always Edmund who refused to speak of the ocean ever again. He said it began with missing men, not the dramatic kind, just gone. Quiet, easy to explain, a fall, a slip, a drunken mistake. But even seasoned crew started to go missing, and it always happened at night. Right around the time they passed through a stretch of water darker than any they'd ever seen. Water that didn't reflect moonlight, didn't ripple right, didn't smell right. Edmund was below deck when he first heard it. Like claws on wet wood, steady, patient. He tried to tell the captain, but he was just a galley hand. What would he know of strange sounds? The captain told him to mind his work. He did, but the scratching never stopped. Then the captain went missing. He stepped out to relieve himself during the night, and never came back. No splash, no noise, no blood. His boots were still beside his bunk. That's when the crew snapped. The first mate, furious and wild-eyed, took a harpoon and hurled it overboard into the dark. It should have splashed, but it didn't. It stopped, mid-air, then hung in place like it was buried in something thick. The crew leaned over the edge to see, and that's when they saw them. Tentacles. Not thrashing, not flailing, reaching. Slow and strong, they came up the side of the ship, arms the size of trees, coated in barnacles and black slime, eyes like deep sea glass just beneath the waterline. Then came the sound. Wood splitting. Men screaming. The sea opened. The Mare didn't stand a chance. No one agrees on how Edmund survived. Some say he climbed into a crate and floated for days. Others say the creature let him go, as a warning. What is true is this. He was found weeks later on the shores of an island no one had charted. He never returned to England, and he never set foot in the ocean again. And somewhere, kept in a museum drawer or the wall of a pub, is a torn scrap of canvas with a drawing scratched into it. Please leave a like and subscribe. Thanks.